Now there could be a few different reasons I choose to shiny hunt something. You know, it could just be one of my favorite Pokemon, I might want to use it for battling, could be part of the story, or you know, it's just a sick shiny. But I chose to do this hunt solely because of how obscure it is. Lapras is a bit of an interesting Pokemon when you look at all the different ways you can shiny hunt it across the generations. It's either super easy to hunt because you can just soft reset for it, or it's a phasing nightmare. Let's look at Lapras in Gen 4, where there are 3 different options. The clear best option is just a soft reset for it in Union Cave, I mean no chance of phasing, and you can do this during a playthrough of Heart Gold Soul Silver. If you're feeling a little more adventurous, you could even hunt it in the Heart Gold Soul Silver Safari Zone, which is probably the coolest way you can hunt Lapras in general, you know, no bias of course. But in the Sinnoh games, there is a 10% Lapras encounter while surfing in the National Dex post-game area of Victory Road. I didn't even learn about this encounter until I was just looking at random pages on Cerebi while I was hunting one day. And even though this is technically the highest encounter rate Lapras has outside of the Safari Zone, 10% means you're still looking at a lot of potential phases. And these are Gen 4 surfing encounters, so even in Platinum, it's going to be a slow grind. So unless you're just looking for an insanely long hunt, I would say it's best to avoid this in 4th gen. But 8th gen is a different story. Almost all of the encounter tables from Diamond and Pearl are the same in BDSP, so that means you can still come and find Lapras at 10% here. But even with how quick Sweet Scent encounters are in BDSP, yes, you can Sweet Scent in here, there's still that 90% chance of not Lapras. However, the main boost this hunt gets in BDSP is Storm Drain. In the 8th gen games, Storm Drain works like Static or Magnet Pull and makes water types more common. And this wouldn't normally matter for a surfing hunt because most surfing encounters are all water type Pokemon anyway, but Lapras is the only water type here, so Storm Drain takes it from 10% all the way up to 55%. As soon as I realized how much more feasible Storm Drain would make this hunt, I knew I had to do it. I actually put this on my 2023 bingo card, but never got around to it. But this year, while I was wrapping up my Safari Week overtime, I finally decided to get it set up. Now for most people, the setup for this hunt should be pretty simple. The hardest part is having beaten the game and gotten the National Dex. But after you've done that, all you'll need is a Storm Drain Pokemon and a Sweet Center. There is a Pokemon that gets both Storm Drain and Sweet Scent, but it is sadly not in BDSP. But there is technically a worst case scenario that can happen. The Lapras here range from level 40 to 60, and the Lapras at level 60 only will know Perish Song, which is not good for shiny hunting. Now there's 2 ways you can go about this. The first way, and one most people should probably do, is just to make sure you have a Master Ball on hand in case you get really unlucky and your shiny ends up being level 60. But if you don't have a Master Ball, or you're like me and love being over-prepared and setting up the most optimal niche Pokemon for a shiny hunt, there is another way to do it. Now again, you probably don't need to do all this. This is like a 10 out of 10 on the overkill scale, because most of the time you probably won't even need this Pokemon. But I just really like getting that perfect setup for a shiny hunt. There are a few different ways you can stop Perish Song. Taunt is probably the easiest one, but I didn't want to have to deal with it wearing off, so I decided to go with Imprison. All we need is a Pokemon that learns both Imprison and Perish Song. While you could just use a Smeargle, I wanted to find a Pokemon that learns them both naturally. As it turns out, that is a very rare combo in BDSP, so the setup is a little complicated, but still not that bad. Our lucky winner today is Misdreavus, who learns Perish Song by leveling up and Imprison as an egg move. Gallade is the only Pokemon that can pass Imprison down to Misdreavus, so put one that knows Imprison in the daycare with the female Misdreavus to get your egg. After you hatch that egg, all you need to do is get Misdreavus to level 46 so it can learn Perish Song. But level grinding in BDSP is pretty slow, so I just took my Misdreavus over to Violet and gave him a few XP candies. If you do this, you will have to take it to the move relearner once you're back in BDSP and relearn Perish Song. One last move I would teach it is Thunder Wave, so you can have an easy capture. Now you just need to lead your party with a fainted Storm Drain Pokemon and put Mismagius in the second spot and you're good to go. It is very important that you don't let Mismagius faint or switch out after you use Imprison, because then Lapras will be able to use Perish Song again. Now, let's see if I even needed to spend a few hours getting these Miss Magius set up. Oh my god! Shiny Lapras! What? Hello? 216 encounters first phase Shiny Lapras? Excuse me? Look at that. Oh, that looks insane. It's only level 55 too, so I don't have to worry about Perish Song. Let me see what it knows though. I literally started this hunt tonight. I've hunted this for like half an hour, 45 minutes at most. Dude, it literally took me longer to set up this hunt than it did to find the shiny. Preparing my Miss Magius eye. Miss Magius is? Miss Maggie eye? Took me longer than it did to find this shiny. To do these 216 encounters, right? Yeah, 216? That is wild. Let's go Dusk Ball. Doesn't really match, but I think it looks cool anyway. 1, 2, 3. Caught it. Oh my god. What the heck? I literally started this hunt because it was another switch hunt I could double hunt while trying to finish out my Safari overtime phase. And I finished this before I finished my Safari overtime phase in Fire Red Leaf Green. Look at that shiny Dex. It understands human speech. 8'2". What are you doing in the cave? Get out on the court. Dude, I won the 50-50. Well, 55-45. Look at that. Oh, such a cool... I can't believe this is already over. What? Alright, there's a normal Lapras. And there is a shiny one. Oh my god! Look at... it's not that tiny. Oh my gosh, he's slow. Oh no, the speed, hello? Oh, that looks so good in this game. And to win the 50-50 is absolutely wild. The first try. I was feeling a few bats in my future. One of my favorite things about shiny hunting in 8th Gen is being able to transfer it between all the different games. I can bring it here, feed it some soup, and then it's going to get big. But first, look at that. Oh my god, it's big. So happy, too. Alright, he's going to be slow. Oh, he's pretty slow. Now, there's only one person that I'm battling in Sword and Shield to show off a shiny, and I think you can guess who it is. I hope I have battle animations on. But there she is. Clara forever. Shiny Gigantamax Lapras. Look at that. Kind of hard to tell it's shiny if you don't already know, but... Oh, right there, the blue eye. Hello? We don't have battle animations on, no. Alright, we're gonna pretend like I didn't just reset the game, do everything again, and then forget to turn on battle animations again. But we're here now. Let's see this G-Max resonance. Oh, the blue eye is so cool looking. This is the ice animation? It is. Okay, well, you know, it was worth it. It was worth it. One day, you're chilling in a cave. Then the next, you're on some island in a dojo eating soup and getting big. Then the next day, you're on a beach under the ocean in a big glass dome. Life is pretty crazy as a Switch shiny. Don't try to catch me.